Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Now, I really don't want to be making this type of video just because the amount of allegations I've had to talk about on this channel before, with Jake Vertanen, Evander Kane, and just about, a lot of these type of, these drops where we get some insane information about, a player, which we're going to be talking about the whole Kyle Beach and, of course, Stan Bowman, which is going to be the main topic of today's video, where he is now the official Edmonton Oilers GM. He got reinstated to come back and work in the NHL on July 1st, which I thought was incredibly scummy of the NHL to do. They announced that Quenneville and Bowman are reinstated and they're able to work back in the NHL again on one of the busiest news days, and kind of just tried to sweep it underneath the rug, which I think is very disrespectful to, the victims. Of course, Kyle Beach has said that he is okay with this Bowman coming back in the NHL, but I think most of the fans don't feel okay with this situation. I've seen a lot of petitions, a lot of fans. I don't think I've seen very many people that are okay with Bowman being the Edmonton Oilers GM, and I'm in the, I don't like this move very much, to be honest with you. I do believe in second chances. I very much do believe in them. But do I believe in giving Bowman a chance to be a GM again when he failed to do his job and protect his players? He did not. And the thing is, that organization didn't protect the other victims. They let this guy walk. They fired him and let him walk on to a high school team and assault a 16-year-old. This is absolutely, I don't know why we have to continue talking about this subject and why we have to continue talking about these guys and the whole incident that happened. I think is extremely disgusting. It really shows how the hockey community, I feel, has not grown. I've been on a hockey team where I've seen a lot of disgusting type of things, and like a lot of bullying, a lot of just, silver spoons in kids' mouths where they get all this fucking money and they can't do nothing wrong. Even when they have allegations against them, they just pay their way out of those types of situations. And for me, it's just very, for this whole signing, I think really shows that the hockey community and the way that is run as a business has not grown. And I'm just very upset with this signing, and I think a lot of people are. I don't think Stan Bowman as a GM is very good in general. I think the moves that he's made with the Chicago Blackhawks here in his tenure, which we're going to get into a little bit later on in this video, it still has residual effects to the Chicago Blackhawks to this day, like the Seth Jones signing, which I like the most ridiculous signing you could possibly ever talk about, and all the other ones that he did do as well with Taves, Keith, Seabrook, and many other players, which he signed to big long-term deals that just didn't end up working very well. So let's get into the whole situation. Now, of course, I haven't read all the court documents. I might get some things wrong. That is what I want you guys to know. I would recommend reading a lot of this stuff if you want to get more information about it all. But the gist of it is that Kyle Beach got sexually assaulted by Brad Ulrich, which is a guy that's very disgusting and a massive piece of shit. I'm very glad he's been X'd off the list on the Stanley Cup, but I hope he just lives in exile for the rest of his goddamn life, because he's just such a POS. It's unbelievable. So Stan Bowman, I know some of the players, they don't really know. I think some of them do, some of them don't. It's kind of a gray area on the players, but I want to talk about the management. Bowman, Quenneville, and then McDonough, I think his name was, and I think the owner all knew about the situation, and the way that they reacted to the information coming out was all very disrespectful. They didn't say really sorry to Kyle Beach, and to say the least, it was very poorly received by the Chicago Blackhawks originally. And then they got rid of mostly everybody and started turning their ship around, and they've done a lot of good things with the organization, but it has put a big hole on the Chicago Blackhawks, to be completely honest with you. It has put a complete hole in their organization that is going to be what it was. Their whole dynasty now has a big X on it, that they were hiding up this sexual assault on their team. Bowman, all those guys knew. They let this supposed president, I think it was McDonough at the time, handle the whole situation, and nothing was really done with it. Bowman nor Quenneville followed up about the situation. They didn't do anything to proactively make sure that Kyle Beach was okay. They were just okay with doing nothing about it, which ended up, leading to another victim getting sexually assaulted. So it wasn't just that one guy got sexually assaulted. It led on to other people getting assaulted as well. And I think that is a very, very big problem that we have here in the NHL, that we have allowed these guys to come right back in. They could say they learned from their mistakes and, that they've learned from those fumbles. But my Lord, those are big, big mistakes. You have allowed some player on your team to basically get disrespected, and now you're saying that you learn from your you learn from your mistakes, which you can very much learn from your mistakes. You can very much grow. You can very much talk to the victims and try to reconcile with them and try to make sure that's okay. But I don't believe in rehiring them. I don't believe that. I believe in second chances, but I don't believe giving Stan Bowman a job after 3 years of it just happening and them heading up this whole situation is not very good for the NHL, to be honest with you. And a lot of Oilers fans are very upset about it. There's petitions being signed. There is just a massive uproar in the community that really don't like this signing at all. There's even a petition on change.org that has 6,297 signatures, and they're looking for 65. 65 people already signed up today, and there's going to be so much more. There's going to be so much more to this whole situation. Just no one likes this. No one wanted this. Why? Everyone was saying this was such a horrible signing, and people could say Kyle Beach said it was okay. I don't think that really matters in that situation. You know what I mean? This was a guy that hit up this whole thing, and now the Oilers are giving him a second chance. And to be honest with you, it's not a great signing. And you could put all the shit to the side. You could say that, maybe it was a mistake. Maybe he just thought that the president was going to take a handle of it, and maybe he thought, okay, maybe I'll just get back to doing my job and doing trades. And we could talk a little bit about what he's done in, what he's done for trades. Now, Mr. Bandana, which I just found, made a great post of all the trades that Stan Bowman did during his tenure, which we'll take a look here right quick. And we'll take a look. So first trade, Versteeg and Sweat, and he got Stahlberg, Paradise, Domenico. Shitty return. Trade away Bufflin, got Riesner, Crab, Mora in the first and the second. Didn't get nothing back from that. Got Jimmy Haynes, not bad. Did trade away a second, got some picks back. They traded away Ladd, lost that. Brouwer was a good pickup. They lost Campbell. You could take a look at even later on down the road, which was really bad. Jones, atrocious signing, atrocious. Trading away Zadorov, or I guess picking up Zadorov for Sad. And then also to get Sad, or in the first place, they got Panarin. They traded away Panarin to get Sad again. I don't get a lot of the moves, and you can see how many losses they've had in deals. Trading away Teravainen, trading away Deneau, trading away Daly, and you can see a lot of these trades were made while they were up against the cap, and but there's been teams that have made way better deals with them being tighter up against the cap, and they've still won their type of deals. They played their cards really, really bad, and they lost every single trade. Even trading away Schmaltz when they were trying to do a quick rebuild. A lot of these trades during this time when they were trading away Panarin and got Sad back. When they traded away Panic and Dauphine and they picked up Duclair. They traded away Hartman, which was a horrible trade. He was a good piece. They made a lot of bad moves, and to be honest with you, Stan Bowman was never a good GM. He was never a good fucking human being who allowed this thing to happen in the first place. Sure, you could say that, yeah, the president was handling it, but he wasn't handling it, and he never took control of the situation and made sure that this didn't happen again, that this guy wasn't going to go off somewhere else and do it to somebody else. They didn't make sure of it, and it's extremely disrespectful. I don't like this signing at all. You guys can let me know in the comment section below. I get the Edmonton Oilers like to do this second chance type of bullshit. I get it with Kane. I get it with Corey Perry. I get it with some of the players that we've gone on the team. I don't get it with Stan Bowman. I don't see why us giving him a second chance is a good idea. How is the players on the Edmonton Oilers really going to take this? You know what I mean? Do they really even respect Stan Bowman as a person? You know, this is going to be the most pivotal years here in the next coming years with Leon Draisaitl coming up as a free agent. You got Connor McDavid, and this was the man that handed Jonathan fucking Taves a $10.5 million contract when he wasn't even deserving of it. He handed Duncan Keith a 13-year deal. He handed fucking Seth Jones the ridiculous 8-year, $9.5 million deal, for crying out loud. This is a joke of a signing, and I don't know why we made it, because Stan Bowman is a fucking goof. He's a fucking goof who makes no sense of signing, who hid away a sexual assault, who fucking signed Seth Jones to the most ridiculous fucking deal in the world. He traded away a fucking great superstar in Panarin for dick all, and he signed Jonathan Taves to one of the worst deals. It makes no fucking sense to me. It makes no sense to me why the Edmonton Oilers did this. It's disgusting, to say the least. There's nothing else to say on it, to be honest with you. There's nothing else to say on it, that I am just extremely disappointed that we have Stan Bowman as our GM. I'm not a big fan of it, and it's disgusting, to say the least. See you guys in the next one. Adios, amigos.